Greetings. I welcome you once again to Journeying with the Lord podcast. But today we are meeting because we are doing Wisdom and Elegance, our third newsletter for the year. You know what? We are on the month of July, and I'm so excited to journey on this month. Last month it was June. We were preparing, we were reflecting, and I believe so much that we did well. But guess what? This month it is the month of intentionally staying in your vision. It is very crucial and very important, you know what, to recognize your vision, to stay on your vision, because at the end of the day you will get result. When you live without a purpose, when you live without a vision, you normally don't worry how you do things. But you know what, I'm talking to the vision chasers, I'm talking to the purpose people who are willing, you know what, to see themselves somewhere one day. So stick with me as I take you through to the 5 fervent pillars, which are going to help us, you know what, to plan for the whole year, to stick on our vision, the vision that we are processing from previous month, from previous period where we were looking back and preparing. So now we are standing still, we are saying, forward we go with it. But what are those pillars that are going to help us? Those pillars that are going to help us, they are very personal. If one person can be able to do it, you know what, I believe so much that at the end of the day you are going to get the result. I for myself, I'm going to work on myself on them, you know what, take a look at them and check how to work around them. So stay tuned, stay with me as I elaborate them to you. Excuse me, we are continuing looking at those 5 fervent pillars that are going to help us work well with our vision, you know what, pursue well our purpose and pursue well what our project is about. Everybody has their project, everybody has their vision, everybody has their plan laid out, and you know what, nobody wants to put a plan down and not work on it. So stay with me as I give guidance on how to go about that. We are in the month of July, the month of intentionally staying in the vision. It is very, very, very crucial to intentionally stick on what you have prepared for yourself to get good results. So this month, that is that month, man. You know what, this is the month that you don't want to miss. You just want to practice to say that this year I'm getting results. If last year I missed some, but this year I'm getting them. We're going to look at self-discipline, wisdom to discern distraction. Distraction is a serious thing, and if you don't have wisdom to discern it, you might not be able to work around your plans, you might not be able to work around your vision. So that's why I think it's very crucial for us to talk about it. Believing in yourself, you know what, believing in yourself is one of the tools or pillars that are very strong to get to the end of the rope. You know what, just to get where you are going, you need to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, when the winds come you, it's easy for you to fall. So I believe and I understand that it is very important for us to believe in ourselves. Another one that we're gonna look at, it's called stand your ground. Sometimes, you know what, there are very situations that can shake you, situations that can come, and they might cause you, you know what, to decide whether, am I for this? Must I do this? Must I continue with my plans? What must I do? But when you stand your ground, nothing can shake you. Finally, the last one, it says intentionally staying on the vision. To stay is to birth something. So definitely we needed to include it. So you know what, stick with me as we are continuing. Let's look at the first fervent pillar. The first one is called self-discipline. Why did I choose self-discipline? As I was studying the word of God from the book of John chapter 7 verse 1, there was a festival. Let me see if I can get that for you. There was a festival that was happening, and the Lord didn't want to go there. He wanted to stay in one place, and I believe it's because he wanted to avoid distractions, because he himself is a wisdom. So he had wisdom as to what was gonna happen in there. So when we read from John chapter 7 verse 1, it says, after this Jesus went around in Galilee. He did not want to go about in Judea because the Jewish leaders they were looking for a way to kill him. You know what? I love this self-discipline. When you have a knowing, you develop self-discipline. That's why I chose self-discipline. I think it's very good to understand the circle around you, to understand the people around you, to understand the circumstances around you. The moment you grab that, you sit down and you develop a plan on how to have a self-discipline around that, because now you have a knowing of what is going on. Another thing that I have prepared, let me just read for you here under self-discipline. It says that you must develop a knowing in you so that you can be about to discipline yourself. You know what? When you have a knowing to circumstances that are going on around you, you are able to discern situations. You are able to have a self-discipline. You are able to say that here I don't go, here I go, this I don't read, this I read, this I don't participate, this I participate. That is called self-discipline. And in that way, you are protecting yourself, you are protecting your plans, you are protecting the things that you are doing. So I love self-discipline so much. And you can continue do a reference on John chapter 1 verse 9. You know what? It tells us that you must stay and focus until such time, you know what, where you have decided that up until this period I am going to see my result. Up until this period, this is what I'm going to get. So you know what, develop a self-discipline, sit around, have a knowing, you know what, develop a plan where it gonna help you to check the environment around you, things that are weaknesses around you. In that way, you will be able to control your self-discipline. We are moving forward. We are going to number two. Number two, it says that wisdom to discern distraction. Wisdom to discern distraction. I love this so much, because what distraction taught me is that a person who's distracting you, or the distractions that are coming around you, they are there to gain their own best interest, not necessarily that they are there to disturb you. No, yes, they will disturb you. The circumstances around you, they will disturb you. The people around you, their interest that they are having on themselves might distract you. So I think it's best, you know what, to discern and knowledge on how to quickly spot distractions when they come. You will be able to answer. You will know what to answer. You will know how to act when you have a wisdom. How do you gain a wisdom? You know what, how do you discern that wisdom? You can discern a wisdom by asking it from God, that Father, can you help me have a wisdom? You can do it in a technical way. Sometimes you must check what is the most destructive things in your life. Sometimes you must check your environment, like I said when we're talking about self-discipline. To go on and read for you, know the people you have in your circle, learn them, know the kind of weaknesses you have. Find out what is it that delays your plan. You know, when you find out those things, what is it that is delaying your plan? What is it that is making you have setbacks? Those things are the things that can cause you delay. What are your weaknesses as a person? What is it that when it comes, it distracts you? In that way, when you sit around and when you look at them, you are able to say that, you know what, these are distractions. So I believe that that's how you discern distraction. The spirit of understanding that this environment might distract me, this circle of people might distract me, this kind of behavior I have might distract me. So for you to better manage, you know what, your project going forward, your plans of exams, the things that you are doing, you know what, the plans of achieving something at home, the plans of you and your kids, the plans of you and your family, you need to sit down and ask for wisdom from God. And you need to sit down and check technicalities that will help you discern that knowledge, to say that if I go about this way, you know what, I will end up being able to conquer distraction. We are moving forward, man. We are coming to number three. Number three says believe in yourself. This is my favorite one. Believing in yourself is a strong point. If you don't believe in yourself, no one will believe in you. You must know who you are. You must know where you are heading. You must know what you want to do. If you don't know those things, you will never believe in yourself. Believe in God. Know that your God exists, and know that He will always back you up. And know that whenever you go run of things, God will be there to give you knowledge. The moment you have those things, you will believe in yourself, because you know who is your source. God is your source, and if you make God your source, you will be able to believe in yourself. So believe on the points that you have, believe on the character that you have, believe on the things that you have. This will help you, and this will assist you. Now we are going forward. I love this. Maybe before I go forward, let me read this for you. Be willing to protect your vision. Believing in yourself, it's when you are willing to protect your vision. Do not be vulnerable on the opinions of other people. You know what? Opinions are good. They are there to make you realize that somewhere you need to change, somewhere you need to do this. But at the same time, remember where your purpose started. Does it go along with the opinions that you are getting? So never fall short and be vulnerable most of the times to the opinions that you receive from people. Don't be too much vulnerable, because you might miss a mark, and when you miss a mark, it's another way to going back, and it's another way of setbacks in your plans, in your vision, on the things that you want to do. So I love this so much, because of I believe that it helps people to love themselves, to know who they are. Believe on your plans, believe on the things that you are doing. Do not allow circumstances shake you. Know who you are. You know what? Have a definition of, this is who I am. I believe in myself, and I will take it up and I will make it. You know what? I know mistakes are there. I know most of the time we do things and we do encounter mistakes, but I love mistakes at some point, because they are helping us, you know what, be able to rectify the things that we are doing, and we do them very well, and we do them correctly. So we mustn't be afraid, and we mustn't fear mistakes. We must just embrace them, to say that, Bridget, you have made a mistake here, but it is so good to also recognize them, that they are leading you to your winning, as long as you have self-discipline and recognize them and know that they were there. Number 4, it says that, stand your ground. Men, stand your ground. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. Understand what you are working on. Have information on the things that you are working on. Have knowledge of the things that you are doing. Have knowledge of who you are. Have knowledge of who is behind you. Have knowledge of where you are going. You know what? In that way, it will help you. It will help you stand your ground. It will help you know that I am going this way. You won't be shaken by anything. You won't be shaken by any opinion. You won't be shaken by bad critics. You will know who you are, and you will conquer. Another thing that I love so much is the final one. Or maybe before we go to the final one, let me just say this. Learn to revert bad intentions. Learn to be strong in shaky moments. Those times are there, they pop up, but you need to groom yourself well and keep going. To stand your ground is to keep going. To stand your ground is to know, you know what, where I'm going, and I'm gonna stand my ground, and I'm gonna win in this situation. Finally, we are going to the 5th pillar. It says that intentionally staying on the vision. It is very important to intentionally stay on the vision, because it helps you at the end of the day to be who you are on your winning times. You know, when you win, you know that I was the one who was strong, who was standing on the vision. Embrace your vision, do it with love. The moment you embrace it, and the moment you do it with love, you are definitely going to see results. So this month we are journeying together. This month we are journeying with intentionally staying on the vision. Be intentional about your vision. Stand on your vision. Do not be shaken. Do not look back. Do not look forward. Stay. You know what? There's this thing that I've noticed. When you stay in one place for a long time, something grows, something comes up. So you know what? It is very important for you guys to stay in the vision and look at the process. You know what? When the process is going, I believe so much in my heart that you will even have idea on how to solve it. You will even have ideas on how to go about it. So I love what we were talking about today. This is our newsletter, our third newsletter for the month of July. I am so glad we are on the 7th month, because what it tells us that we are heading towards the end of the year. And you know what, I'm so glad that we have decided to intentionally stay on the vision so that we can have good result at the end of the year. So stick with Journeying with the Lord podcast so you can get more information on how to help yourself, on wisdom and elegance. You know what, to conquer on those plans that you have written down. We are helping one another. This is what is helping me. I believe so much that it's gonna help you. I pray that may God, you know what, shine upon your plans. May He shine upon your project. May He shine upon your businesses. I pray that may He light it up, and may He gives you courage to win every time when you do something, and to be strong on it. If there are mistakes, risk happen. That's why we've got something that is called risk management. It's because of we are aware that certain things can collapse, and then certain things might not reach where we are going, but we are there to rectify it, and next time when we rectify it, we will win on it. So let's keep on journeying. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment, don't forget to like. And from me, Bridget Maluleke, stay tuned.